We now have a tropical depression in the Gulf of Mexico, which will likely become Tropical Storm Bertha in the next 12 to 24 hours. The National Hurricane Center forecasts this depression become a tropical storm, which would make it Bertha. If you live along the Gulf Coast, you just went from watching to prepare. I'm going to walk you through exactly what the guidance says. So here's the thing with this system is gained enough organization to become a tropical depression be classified by the National Hurricane Center. And of course, there are some factors that go towards that favor intensification here, and there are also some factors that don't. Right. So one of the factors that favor intensification is sea surface temperatures. You can see by this graphic, sea surface temperatures here along the path of this system are more than warm enough to sustain, and if all of the factors are favorable, a tropical storm here. So, and this is an official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. You can see forecast become a tropical storm in the next day or so here, maybe within today. All right. So that's one factor that favors it, right? The sea surface temp. Some things that are unfavorable for the system right now are northerly shear, and knots or so, right over top of the system, and some more shear, maybe a mid-level feature moving through the flow to the west of it, and some deeper layer shear up to the north here, 25 knots or so from the north east here. So uh, this kind of shear values tend to push thunderstorms off to the south and don't really help with strengthening at all here. So we look at the mid-level shear, take the deep shear off. A very favorable environment for at the mid-levels here. Not a lot of shear, 5 knots or so. But you can see right along the other side of this, if this system moves in this way, as a high pressure system builds down from the north, the shear is likely to be maintained here. A few other things to look at is divergence, aloft. There's not a lot of divergence here. The more divergence is to the west of it, but there it looks somewhat sufficient here. So that's a somewhat favorable aspect of this. And vorticity, spin in the atmosphere, you can make out the spin, right? But you can also see vorticity values are very high here as well. So that's a favorable aspect of it, but it's quite broad here. So broad circulation tends to not spin up very quickly here. And given the lack of convection in and around the center, if you look at the IR infrared satellite loop with this, there is some convection here, but it's not very focused and it's kind of disorganized. So we got to wait and see whether or not the system can organize at all today. And you would expect this time of day, overnight is usually the prime time for tropical systems to um, the nighttime is usually when they intensify more than during the daytime. That's just part of the thermodynamics of the atmosphere, cooling air aloft, things like that. So the fact that it didn't do much overnight, we're just going to have to see during the day today whether or not it can take advantage of the favorable conditions in this environment against some unfavorable conditions here. And this is a water vapor loop with dry air on the red here. And the water vapor loop doesn't show a heck of a lot of dry air around this, but you can make out the northerly flow here impinging on this thing. And I kind of think that the shear is a little bit higher than the models have forecast here. So we're just going to have to see, like I said, if this system can organize anymore today in this somewhat marginal environment for tropical cyclones to develop. So here's your official National Hurricane Center forecast showing the depression becoming a tropical storm pretty shortly here. But after reading the discussion from the Tropical National Hurricane Center, there's not a lot of confidence in the intensity or the track at this point, given its overall structure and different factors I talked about, mitigating factors for development and strengthening. But we could still have impacts here, and we need to really keep an eye on this just to make sure it doesn't develop more than expected. So let's look at as part of this system moving close to the shore here, there are some tropical storm watches for the Gulf Coast here, generally from just to the south, Tallahassee, uh, Carabel, Panama City, and Pensacola. So we could have some rip currents and some gusty winds and heavy rain. This could come on shore today. Here's the current radar for this area. You can already see some rainfall associated with the circulation moving on shore. Some heavy rainfall potentially impacting your areas this morning. So let's look at the winds real quick associated with this right now. So there is some gusty winds right offshore here, 20, 30 mile per hour winds, although not that impactful, right? But given the flow of the winds here, at least right now, not looking like the water is going to be a problem with inland flooding here. And offshore flow off to the west here will push water offshore. And maybe to the east here, you could have some low-lying flood concerns, depending on how the system evolves and whether it strengthens some today. So here's probably one of the biggest impacts, potential impacts from the system, the tropical storm Bertha or tropical depression 2 right now, flooding. So right along the coast here, we got a marginal risk for flooding today into tomorrow. That continues here along the Gulf Coast into Wednesday. You see the threat increases here into just to the south of New Orleans along the Gulf Coast once again, with a slight risk and marginal risk. And into Wednesday, you still have this slight risk of excessive rainfall. And the threat moves more to the west here as that system potentially tracks this way. Whether this system develops or what happens here, we always have to be mindful of safety, especially if you live in this area any time of year. These systems can be unpredictable and spin up fast. I really don't think this is going to be the case in this system. Not a lot of favorable elements are coming together to make for rapid intensification here. Nonetheless, we need to make sure you have all your safety plans in place and be prepared for any tropical impacts that may occur here. Rip currents, heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and a tropical storm, if it does develop, can bring between 39 and 74 mile per hour wind gusts, which could knock over trees, drop power lines, things like that. So let's be mindful of the safety concerns, not only today, but year round, especially during tropical season here. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you have a good day. God bless y'all.